A Tiger's Tale by Angela Brumbaugh. You can barely hear her walking, then her trot turns to a run. Turn around, the story stalking, it begs to find the chosen one. Like a dealer taking bets, you lay your heart out on the line. You ante up and hold your breath, not really sure what you might find. She's got no regard for time or plans, she simply longs to have a voice. She puts the idea in your hands and then waits to hear your choice. Like a child at the schoolyard who's made up a clever game, they won't ask you if the game's too hard. They simply call on you to play. You will always hear her entrance, but you won't always hear her leave. You must decide that you'll take a chance, or she'll decide she's better free. She won't sulk in your rejection. She has no time for sad ordeals. She simply changes her direction to find a better way to be revealed. But sometimes, as she walks away, your reasons not to can't be found, and you realize that you want to play, and you decide to chase her down. Running faster than you've ever run, you feel the sweat slide off your skin. You grab her tail, yell, "I'm the one," and start to pull her carefully in. Each tug you see, the end is clear, but the start, nowhere in sight. Reverse nonsense words appear. Don't overthink, just write. As the words dance with your pen, they move at their own pace. They spin you out to draw you in, to see surprise light up your face. You sit and stare once you're done, wonder how it all makes sense. You hear her say, "Well, that was fun. Now read it back to me, my friend." Your eyes scan from left to right. Your lips move so cautiously. Each line you read is sheer delight. The joke's on you, it seems. 'Cause every word you ever wrote weren't really yours to claim. Looking through your narrow scope, you took all the credit for the fame. But when you caught the tiger's tail, you touched a place of mystery. It's a place where magic drops its veil, so mere mortals can believe. The story behind the poem. As Ruth Stone was growing up in rural Virginia, she would be out working in the fields, and she would feel and hear a poem coming at her from over the landscape. It was like a thunderous train of air, and it would come barreling down at her over the landscape. And when she felt it coming, 'cause it would shake the earth under her feet, she knew she had only one thing to do at that point. That was to, in her words, run like hell to the house, as she would be chased by this poem. The whole deal was that she had to get a piece of paper fast enough so that when it thundered through her, she could collect it and grab it on the page. Other times she wouldn't be fast enough, so she would be running and running, and she wouldn't get to the house, and the poem would barrel through her, and she would miss it, and it would continue on across the landscape looking for another poet. And then there were these times. There were moments where she would almost miss it. She is running to the house and is looking for the paper, and the poem passes through her. She grabs a pencil just as it's going through her, and she would reach out with her hand and she would catch it. She would catch the poem by its tail, and she would pull it backwards into her body as she was transcribing on the page. In those instances, the poem would come out on the page perfect and intact, but backwards from the last word to the first.